challenge. Our population is increasing and adult community is growing and our pollution level is already alarmingly high. So we need to improve our production capacity so that we can produce more outputs with depleting amount of natural resources, causing less pollution to the environment so that it remains livable. To address this challenge that produce more with less, causing less pollution to the environment, only option we have that is to improve the technology and innovate solutions around it. We have no other option to do that. Thank you. We have no other option. Now the question is, as a student, what should you do? I think students are in a better position to design the future. Students are in a better position to design the future. They can take more risk. They can envision better than the older generation. So I would expect, or I would urge, that youth should envision far better future than what we do have. And that better future will come through technology and innovation. Now changes should be brought. So you should be part of creating that future. So not only you should be good in science and technology, you should also be good in policy issues which are blocking your opportunity to exploit the science and technology opportunity. So you should also participate in the policy aspect, that where are the places things need to be changed, how can I express my opinion, how can I learn from others, an articulated, well-orchestrated argument to convey it to policymakers so that gradually things change and the opportunity of creating more wealth out of technology innovation gets wider, and that's the way you should target to create a far better future than what we do have. So I would encourage science and engineering graduates to be more sincere than ever before, not only to be far better in science and engineering, but also to build a new capability that is policy consciousness and policy advocacy. And that's the way we are going to build a better future for us.
Sir, I had one more question. That what would you believe, that we should have control again to produce less engineers and those who are experts in science? Or should government change the system and probably create a system where they could employ more engineers into job?
Okay. We must not control the supply. We must not control the supply. And government should not target to employ engineers. Government should bring changes in policies so that demand for intellectual assets will grow up. And that demand will create jobs for scientists and engineers. So government should not take the role of employing. Rather, government should take the role of creating the demand of the intellectual assets for economic growth. Simply, government should look into power plant is necessary, intellectual asset is equally necessary. So I should work on creating a situation so that private investment shows up in power plant. Similarly, private investment shows up in creating intellectual assets. Once government gives more or less balanced focus on these two aspects, then the equation will be solved.
Thank you, sir.
And let me give you a little data here. During the last 45 years, patent issue in US Patent Office has gone up sixfold. That means 6 times. It was around 50,000. Now it has reached to almost 350,000. Almost 6 times. In Bangladesh, patent filing has not gone up during that period. Rather, it has come down from 52 to 40. So Bangladesh has been weakening its base of intellectual assets, even whatever the little bit it has. On the other hand, the rest of the world has experienced phenomenal growth in intellectual assets. So government should simply give an attention. This is a place we need to make improvement. Then bring changes of policies so that demand of those intellectual assets are created. Private investment will look into the issue. Government needs to play the role of priming the pump. A little bit resource will be required at the beginning. That is priming the pump.
Somebody else had a question.
Sir, thank you for a great presentation. Although we are talking about the changes that we do need to make, I would love to point to another part of your presentation. You were talking about like what is our present situation or what kind of investment that we already have. So my question is like if we even have a certain amount of research, some certain amount of budget for research and development. So where is that budget is actually going? Because I want to about to complete my undergrad and I'm looking for opportunities, and that's why I'm also in IIB. I'm actually from Mac University, but I am here working on something. So basically, my point is it's very hard for a freshly graduate student or even who is who is in undergrad to find a good research opportunity in Bangladesh. It's very hard to find. I've been looking for this like for a long time, but it's very hard to find. So my specific point is that if there is an amount of budget or something, then where it's actually, I mean, is there any opportunity or if there's something that we do not know about or something, or what would the situation is?
I think probably if you look into that one, then look into the Ministry of Science and Technology's budgets, that where is the money going? A portion of